There is a light at the end of this tunnel, and that light's name is Asimov. Hi there. Hello. I've been packing boxes all day long, so I thought to myself, what better way to relax than with a full day's work? I think I may die this week, but I will die a Z-list YouTube celebrity, and you know what? It's more than what most get. I think we should be happy. Count your blessings. Enjoy the sunshine. You never know when the sun may go out forever. And the subject of the... Hello there. The subject of the sun going out, we are drowning in waste packs. It is so high that it has blotted out the sun. If an eldritch entity wouldn't have done it, it'd be all this stinky water. So as a reminder to all of you paste eaters in the comment section, the goal of this series is to be a good man. I am to overcome my great evil nature, my vengeful... What the fucking hell was even that? Vonnegut! Stop ruining the intro. What do you mean moderate pollution? Oh, I swear to God, I'm going to airlock you. Little Maddox, everybody. Still wearing spacesuits. Why are you wearing spacesuits still? We're on Earth. We're on the ground. I mean, to be fair, there's so much pollution. Maybe you should keep that spacesuit on. I don't remember what I was talking about. I'm sure it's not relevant. Well, the point is, we're going to save these people. And we have managed to capture 18 Imperial subjects. That will take us simply by itself almost 2/3 of the way to victory. I am going to have done it without intentionally killing, murdering, maiming, turning children into sushi. This is great character development, not for the series, but for me as a person, me as a human being. We just have to get the final... We're like at the finish line here. We just have to edge our way over. That was a poor choice of words, wasn't it? Somebody in the comments did laugh at my solution to cleaning up all this pollution via the medium of mechanoids that produce waste. Somebody said, why not blast the waste to the moon and destroy it there? And you know what? You got a fair point, because the moon is permanently frozen, so the waste packs can't decompose. And even if they do, what are they going to do? They're going to like affect the moon surface? Pollution on the moon is better than pollution on the planet. Stinky train, destination the moon. Your destination probably anywhere in the UK, given that it's going to be filled to the brim with waste packs. Hey, Carl, I need you to pilot this train up to the moon that's stuffed with 7,300 kilograms of filth. Next stop, Hull. I think I'm going to have to bite the bullet and fight another Apocryton to be realistic in waste pack atomization. I think I'm going to have to be realistic and accept that without those other war caskets that willingly gave their lives yesterday, we're not going to do that in a hurry. Elon, I need you to, let's go ahead and use the resurrect kit on the war caskets. In theory, they should just come back and need a quick repair to carry on. You know what we should bring down from here? The Medpod Lux. Oh, no one's capable of social. Oh, Lord. Okay, Vonnegut, my good friend Vonnegut, I'm going to give you some sort of social skill as a backup here, because, my God, we're going to need some wardens. Oh, that's really good. Social level 3. We've taken all the weapons away, which is a good start. About you lot, I'm a little bit concerned about having 19 Imperial subjects rammed into one prison like this. Seems like a poor idea. You know what? We need a conversion stick to not beat... No, not beat the prisoners. Oh, hello. What's this you've sent me? Ooh, silver, thank you. Not beat the prisoners, but, like, encourage them to change ideology with a stick. I don't know how it works. I guess it's magic. There's another thing somebody commented on. Why, oh, why count up every single person and look at their logs to figure out who we killed, when we can just go to a character and see that quite clearly they're upset about 2 people that we left to die? That would have been much more reasonable. You're correct. Oh, I totally forgot how annoying you are, Asimov. Oh, my God. Minus 67, minus 30, minus 7, minus 5, all from the same raid. I suppose technically observed corpse and somebody else left to die as well. Instead of taking the toxic waste packs to the train, would it be quicker just to take the train to the toxic waste packs? Almost certainly, yeah. Hey, Carver, move that over for me. We'll admit we've been caught a little bit with our pants down here, trying to build a hospital around the patients rather than vice versa. I can throw like 1, 2, 1, 2 up there. It can connect to the same vitals monitor, blah, blah, blah. Well, you know what we need? We need a nutrient paste dispenser, because this is going to be hell to try and manage otherwise. Just stick it like there. That's fine. Please, I'm drowning. A pack of man-hunting Jovid Bowie. Hello. Oh, they're on the moon. Good. It's not like they're any sort of starman. Very rudely, instead of all of you in the comment section helping me, or doing my job for me, and coming up with the most sensible way to go about cleaning up all this pollution, how the hell have I managed that? Good time. Everybody thought that it would be far more prudent to point out the fact that I'm on the verge of being sued due to the design of this base. You have to remember, one of the things the AI set out for us for all those many moons ago was having semicircle or circular buildings. The AI's decision, not mine. No, don't die. Don't die. Asimov! Oh, I hate him so much. No. How? How are they escaping? What, because of that piece of steel there? You've got to be kidding. But move the steel, Elon! Is that really what they were gunning it for? Well, that's to shut that down fast. Oh my god. This is just about the worst thing I've ever done. This is unbelievable. Can we build... No, we need 100 new training for that. Maybe there's some up on the moon still, because our machine should still be working. We need to find a non-lethal weapon for the war casket. We can't even have Elon and Asimov fighting on the front line with the anesthetic rifles because they get very sad about using weapons against an attacked person. There you go. I used deadly force on an adversary. Well, you didn't, you dick, because you're using an anesthetic rifle. Asimov is incapable of critical thinking, so I think what we need to do is throw down some sort of non-lethal weapon for them so this doesn't happen again. Because you can't have Asimov and Vonnegut and Carver and Elon and Asimov all breaking down over saving people's lives. That's a bit counterintuitive. Oh yeah, this is big brain time. If we connect Asimov up to everybody rather than Elon, that's 4 times the conversion rate. The problem is I will also need 4 times the pokey sticks. What I'm about to say breaks my heart more than anybody else's, trust me. I think we're going to have to abandon Moonbase. I know. I don't want to do it. I've spent hours building this thing, and I think it looks fantastic. Simultaneously, the game is not even able to run at speed 1. The number in brackets is what it should be running at. What we're getting is 52 TPS. Normally, speed 1 is 60. I haven't got much time in my life right now. And even though Rimworld takes priority over everything, because it is my job after all, I don't think I can justify this. 15 hours a day to get 30 minutes of very slow footage, I just don't know if it's possible. So I think we salvage Moonbase, and I think we say goodbye. Oh, okay then, here's the plan. We'll send the train down to the planet to collect Descartes, Cicero, maybe the Carvers, the Vonneguts. We'll strip Moonbase bare. I'm not going to take every building down. I'm not going to take everything apart, but I'll certainly take a lot of the machinery, hospital beds, the biosculpt, the mechanics benches, blah 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 blah. We'll take as much as we can, and in our minds we can pretend that up there is Moonbase waiting for us to come back. But in reality, it'll be lost to the ether. Oh my god, while we're grabbing the essentials from Moonbase, did you see that? They've actually converted 1 person already. How on earth did that happen? I was also stripping them because I thought having 25 people angry at us locked in a room with cats for a time was a poor idea. Gee, some of them are really, really low down in there. Look at this. 3.7%, but 1 person just dropped to 79. Oh, it's like all over the place. 66. 57, I guess it all depends on how heavily they were injured. Yeah, look at that, 22% on you. Oh, the good guys, I promise. Locking up a bunch of people, taking their clothes, and then forcing war caskets to scream at them to change their ways is a morally acceptable thing to do. Oh, I've got some bad news. We're not going to be able to take the pyramid. It's 100,000 kilograms. Even the train can't manage something like that. Don't worry, I've taken apart some of the solar panels. I'm only packing the essential stuff. Like all of the ivy leaves, all of the potted plants, the gold and... What is that? Unfinished bionics. Some new tray means. Someone's heart. Only the essentials, okay? It's going to take quite a few journeys to bring a lot of this stuff down. Remember, we're all about recycling here, and I feel like if we can use as much as Moonbase as possible, given that I'm effectively being forced by the game to get rid of it. Jesus Christ, look at how many TPS we've gained just from taking part of the base apart. And probably worth mentioning that where I've dug up the servers and Skynet, some of the blanks have gone offline, which has probably also helped out with the TPS. Whoa. Oh, Moonbase, I love you, but holy crap. To clarify, this isn't Moonbase's fault specifically. It's just Rimworld. He's very slow when you play for quite a long time. In my infinite wisdom, why not just gestate a bunch of clean sweepers and make the problem much worse? Amazing. 3 out of 25. Oh, no, I didn't decide to destroy the Moonbase after dumping it full of toxic waste. I just didn't notice the Moonbase was a part of the slowdown problem until I dumped the toxic waste. This wasn't part of the plan. I wasn't looking for a quick toxic waste solution. To be fair, though, it is a quick toxic waste solution. And to be fair, it's permanently stable on the moon. Look, frozen. If we just roof over this, we can say that we're kind of morally absolved. I mean, what's it going to kill on the moon besides all those polar bears, all those beggars, all those refugees, and all those raiders? Been packing this train for 3 hours. 3 long hours. No, I'm not leaving behind any houseplants. How dare you suggest otherwise? Oh, no. I just love making this as difficult as possible. Wow. It is such a shame to say goodbye to Moonbase like this, because the game is melting beneath our very eyes. But it did exactly what it was supposed to do. It gave us the research, it gave us somewhere to build up our resources, our war caskets, our everything, so that we can make a triumphant return as the guardians of this planet. A majestic end to Moonbase. Oh, wow, I almost passed. It's so shit. Oh my god. Pollution has increased by 484% at the moon. Disgruntled toxics have been angered by the toxic waste dumping. Oh, isn't that some shit? Oh man, has shrinking everything down to a single base saved it? We are up by like 5 times the ticks per second, so you know what? I'll take that as a W. Tears in my eyes watching a squished PNG of a train graciously fly its last flight from the moon base. So terribly sad. Now, you're probably wondering, much as I am wondering, how are we doing with the conversion efforts? A lot of these people are holding out way longer than some of the others, aren't they? Holy crap. You've barely even been touched, 93%. Hey, have you been, like, busy? Have you just not been chatting to people? I suppose where or more specifically, we had to take Skynet offline and there aren't 8 Asimovs anymore all converting everybody. Yeah, I mean, that's an unfortunate side effect. Oh, right, are the blanks unconscious too? My friends, the time of oppression is over. Our faction can return from our moonbase champions. Look at all these resources we bring back. And to be honest, if we can't win with this, there is something sincerely wrong happening here. Well, there has been for a while. Approximately, what, like 3 or 4 years now? My god, oh, that's so cool that you can see a visible line. Holy shit, look at that. You can see the radius where they've pushed the pollution back. Wow, that's kind of nuts. Oh, and they probably can't get to this stuff over here because it's deep water. Right, okay. So gonna have to find a solution to that, but that's actually nuts. Wow, so how much have they cleaned up then? What are we up to? Pollution 0. Don't you lie to me. 36%! Ah! I give them the freedom to choose whatever outfits they want after years on the moon. And what does Cicero choose? Straight up violence. Oh, Dirt's playing with her dog on the beach. That's so nice. Is this not much more wholesome, though? She'd never be able to do that on the moon. Loath as I am to admit it, maybe this was the right maneuver. Maybe we come back and be in harmony with nature, which was always one of those main goals. I love you, Moonbase, but there aren't many trees on the moon. Look, what a day. What a day. Oh, there's a robot friend. Hello. 1 out of 25. No. 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 Whenever you abandon a map... What? This gives me a great idea, though. Why didn't we build a moon base? We could just abandon this one and then go insane. You like my nice stockpile? That's a highlight. I mean, look at the organization here. This is amazing. Just ignore this one. This one, not so. Forget about that. That's not relevant. This is what you should be paying attention to. Yep. Yeah, off you go. 2 out of 25. That's crazy. Oh, it's only 25, though. I thought it was 30. Oh, well, that's slightly better. Until you realize that we would be actually super, super close if it wasn't for that. Oh, there we go. I don't know why these conversions took so long. They have the magic conversion stick now. Oh! I give up. I think I've had enough, Rimworld. I forgot we weren't on the moon anymore. It's 7 a.m. I haven't slept in months. I'm leaving. Fuck this. A fresh morning after 4 hours sleep. I have decided I am assuming direct control. We can't keep reveling in this chaos. First things first, let's turn this bloody sun back on. And YouTube low light level video compression aside, I feel like 50% of the series has been in the frigging dark. Secondly, I've had the game remember that actually we have converted more than just one person. I've tolerated your bullshit for a long time, Rimworld, but I am the one in control here. I've always been the one in control. My enemies shall know me as Power Master. Ooh, that sounds a bit weird now that I've said that out loud. Oh no. We're gonna reassess that title before we officially use that. Jesus. Well, what I'm getting at is no more rolling blackouts because we have access to not only the fantastic power mod by Alchemist, which will let us see the entire grid at a glance. I'm disabling the servers temporarily until we've got a much bigger control of the power grid. And finally, I've surrounded the island with as many tidal generators as is reasonable to fit. By enemies, I mean, obviously, friends that we do not yet know that we have, they are. And for my final decree as person now somewhat in control of this playthrough that's totally been under my control since the very beginning. Anesthetic turrets. Ooh, 9 out of 25 of the Fallen Empire. Thank you. I don't want to go too hard on this, and we're only going to build them on one side, because one side we're going to have anesthetic turrets for when we have squishy, friendly people turning up, and then on the other side we're going to have enormous railguns that I'll try and make sure I've got toggled off with a switch. Return of the fabled sleep gas vent. How I've missed you. Let's throw one there. Let's throw one there. Let's throw one about there. Bear in mind, they do have a cover value, so the enemy will cower behind them, not realizing that they're filled with sleepy, sleepy gas. I mean, they probably will realize that, given that it's a very obvious bright blue gas. Oh, Asimov, we're finally cashing in on all these bloody conversions that seem to have taken weeks. You might be thinking, oh, that's a lot close back to back. I haven't changed anything about that. It's just about these people have been here forever. Now, who was it I was supposed to check? Somebody said, was it you? Leon Moses, that's right. So this person is supposedly Dirt's brother. What is interesting is he's just a regular human, which means that potentially Dirt was experimented on. Her being transhumanist, maybe she's all right with that. It doesn't really matter too much. The point is, would we keep him in the colony? Does Dirt... Oh... Oh, she likes him a lot, but that's too strange. That's too strange for me to allow. Don't worry, Dirt, your brother's going to live on a farm. Oh, look at that. Just a bunch of gold hanging out in the stockpile. Natural camouflage. Genius. 32,000 watts excess from a power grid that will never fluctuate, that will never be interrupted by solar flares or... well, mainly just solar flares. It's all tidal power and it's all geothermal generators. And my god, dawn breaks for the first time ever on our brand new, massively unpolluted. They've done a fantastic job. Wow. Another one down. Hello. Astiosiop. That is how that's pronounced. Tynan told me. He works at Nintendo. 11 out of 25 of the Fallen Empire. Ah! I appreciate your enthusiasm, sleep gas vent, but this isn't it. We need a switch on this side and a switch on this side. So if we just take out this power line in the middle, and then any connecting them up in the center, so we want ideally all the anesthetic turrets and the gas on the same circuit. So let's go ahead and strip all this out, and then this side will be connected up to the lethal turrets. How are we doing with the waste pack situation? Oh, good. Oh, very good. I think we might need to fight another Diabolus very soon, or build a bigger waste pack. storage freezer. I guess we'll expand it out. Look at that. We're officially down to light pollution level. All the way from that nuclear wasteland down to somewhere that's considered, what, like habitable, for lack of better word? Light pollution. I mean, I would disagree with the whole light assessment there. Basically, everywhere we look besides the main base. The ocean itself is just irreversibly filled with nuclear radiation. Don't worry about that. Nothing lives in the ocean. My next task was building an enormous, hideous wall up to the part of the ocean where they can't actually move through. So this should hopefully give us a massive amount of defense because they're forced to come through this death square. And look, I understand kill boxes are a fairly boring design, right? They're overdone, they're overused. In a series where we have to try and not kill people, it is paradoxically perhaps the only time it really does make sense. Kill boxes give you control, ultimately. Too much control over the game. It's an abuse of effectively pathfinding, right? But, I mean, that's what I need. That's what I need. I need total control over people's lives. Not in that way. We're the good guys. I keep saying this. People don't believe me, still, and I don't know how much further I can commit to this. We got nuked twice, and I said, oh, Daddy, don't worry, let me clean up your mess. I mean, come on now. We are objectively the good guys, depending on your frame of reference. Asimov is the good guy. Me personally, as a human being, I'd be like, right, we're starting up the nuclear factory. Tear this island down. I want 1 million nukes by morning. The whole series has been a great learning experience. A great experience in why I hate every NPC faction. Next thing I've decided to do as well, and it seems as if they've just put the finishing touches on it, I want to throw down a stockpile for weapons. Weapon storage, apparel storage for armor as well, probably couldn't go amiss. I want a clear representation of what weapons we do and do not have, war casket, lethal stuff, and anesthetic stuff too, right? Oh, yeah, no, this is exactly what I was concerned about. I think in my overzealousness to try and cut down the amount of crap we had in the stockpile, I might have forgotten to untoggle either the smelt weapon, the destroy weapon, the blah, blah, blah. Somewhere, somehow, these weapons have been recycled. Not really a problem. We've got plenty of resources, thanks to the moon base. Moon base will live on. Is recycling not an enormous part of this series? Moon base will live on as guns, as shrapnel in mechanoids' heads. Where is security? Why is this not alphabetized? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Where is security? There it is. There is security. Right, so what I would also like is like a section for lethal war casket weaponry, and then a section for non-lethal war casket weaponry, like the tear gas launchers, which we have the neutramine for. Why have we got so much? I mean, to be fair, we've had those chickens going for a long time, and I've got them basically exclusively turning that into neutramine. Oh, we did take apart the moon base neutramine refiner and the neutramine, the medicine granulator, which would have been 300 neutramine. I don't know why we've got so much, but that's all right. Yeah, no, this is great. So let's just throw down. Are there any other non-lethal war casket weapons? I'm gonna guess a railgun is not non-lethal. Can we go to presume a heavy flamer? I mean, a heavy flamer is, depending on how much flame you use. Not a light flamer, though, is it, genius? What have we got there? We got a charge blast. What the hell is that? Charge lance. Oh. I didn't make any of those. Well, it's good enough. Bear in mind, this is like specifically anti-mechanoid stuff. We'll just throw down the charge weaponry. That's pretty good. And then in here, I want any anesthetic weapons. Never again are we going to have a repeat of earlier today where everybody was breaking down constantly because of those people that we accidentally shot. Another person. Hello. Don't quite understand why they didn't prison break. Prison break interval 1,514 days. 389 days. 680 days. Is it the chicken in the doorway? I mean, to be fair, this building is absolutely luxury. Prison barracks extremely impressive. They've got comfortable hospital beds. They've got the IV drips. They've got a mega screen television. Food. It's not nice food, but it's all the food they can eat. They've got computers. They've got insane aquarium. Oh, it gives you a breakdown. Oh, no, just multiplier for movement, multiplier for genes. Man, I'm so curious about what in particular I've done to make this such a nice place to live. Hey, this is kind of big brain. We could have mech virus vents. How on earth would I do this? Carefully is the answer. Connected up to the same power line. I mean, look, if we just run it to kind of roughly equidistant, as long as they're the same, we should be able to toggle which ones they connect to fairly simply. Then we have the mech gas vent on the same line as the lethal turrets, and then the sleep gas on the same line as the anesthetic turrets. What I need is room for medicine production, so we're going to make this look a little less Mickey Mouse Clubhouse and a little more, please, for God's sake, don't burn my base down again. Nukes only sleep. You know, whatever the hell that is. Carpets. Did we not invent carpets? That's ridiculous. I mean, I suppose you don't really need them on the moon, right? Okay, am I about to build a research lab so that we can invent carpets? This is for Dirt's bedroom. So I think this is something that Asimov would absolutely move heaven and earth to try and get sorted out for her. So in a laboratory station, we need the multi-analyzer at this point. Very good. The speed of it all. I'm sorry, Moonbase, but this is so much better. Moonbase died for this, so I've got to make this place look incredible. So I'm swapping all the concrete, baby. I know there's not much better than concrete, but I'm swapping it all out for marble tiles. Ludion Studios have a very different interpretation of concrete's beauty. Whoa, look at the carpet selection. Holy crap. Oh, thank you, little chicken, helping out with the flooring. That's so kind. Now, that right there is a luxury Rimworld bedroom if I've ever seen one. My God. Sorry, that's a bold sculpture is done. Oh, that was one thing they were really upset about. One of the few things that I didn't grab from the moon that I really should have. Let's throw that. Oh, God. Yeah, it's going to be hideous no matter where I put it. Yeah, just throw it there. Throw it there. No one will notice. I mean, this is a luxury bedroom for Dirt. The carpet, I will admit, is a little bit garish. She'll just have to deal with it. Oh, no. The carpet in my fancy bedroom with its advanced bed and mega screen television is slightly too green. Even given her that sleep accelerator, but it turns out, much as Elon did, she is also converted over to conservation intelligence. I don't even know when that happened. It could have been at any time when we were, say, on the moon, or on the planet, or in the dark, or amid the hundreds of thousands of people who've attacked us. Why are you still not converted? Wow. I don't know why, but we get these holdouts where they just take forever. Well, you are actually interacting with them then. I have over here a dedicated drug lab where I'm going to queue up any sort of medicine. We do also need to make herbal medicine. I was going to say maybe we need to grow some, but in hindsight, I think we've got that covered quite well. This will let us make the sleep gas canisters. We also need to make the mech virus canisters, that's right. And we have some autopsy tables. Still not sure if we're actually going to use them. We've got the med pod set up from the moon. Everything is looking pretty nice. And then, of course, we've got a little research lab. Not that we're ever really going to use it. Can we afford the power? Wow, 18,000 watts excess now. Holy crap. How did you lose control of all the... How did that happen? Every single one of the mechanoids Asimov lost control over? I disconnected him from Skymine briefly. I wonder if that's interrupted it somehow. How bizarre. Okay. Oh, I wonder if he took the helmet off for a second. And that was enough to remove all the control over them. Well, even then you would have had some control level. It wouldn't have reset all of them. Very weird. Well, this is great. It's going to take hours. Thank you. Nature is healing. What a gift. We already talked about this series. J. Joris Jameson, as in... Well, I don't think I need to explain it too much. Somebody asked why that polar bear was Hitler last time he appeared. And I feel like I need to clarify that is clearly not Hitler. 14 out of 25. Hello. Oh, my God. I'm so glad that there's actually been some progress made today, because I really did feel like I was losing my mind at the very beginning. Maybe I was. Final thing I'm doing here, then, is turning on a glitter net for Dirt. Don't forget all of Dirt's skin, her blood, everything is supposed to be connected to a network. It works decently okay. Of course, minus that consciousness isn't fantastic. But the second we get this switch back on, she should be fine. I love that the minimap shows exactly where the line of pollution is this entire day. It's been so cool just to see the army of clean sweepers. There is I will admit, diminishing returns with it somewhat, because when you clean up pollution, it cleans it in like a 3x3 area. What's going on is where these kind of 5 here are all overlapped. One of them is going to finish first, and it's going to basically reset all the others if we watch it closely. There you go, see? So only one of them is actually really getting the job done, unless they're really spread out, but never mind. Oh, yeah. No, it's good to be back on the planet. Nature is healing. Nature is very literally healing. Where the sun's actually back on and there's no pollution, we're getting trees, natural things growing. Of course, it can take ages for them to be any sort of significant plant life here, but we're getting something. And was that not the entire point? How can we call ourselves the conservation intelligence if we did not conserve? Because there sure as hell is very little intelligence. Speaking of which... Let me just make my my waste pack storage facility slightly larger. There just has to be a more elegant solution. We've got the massive storage facilities for it. I mean, we've got the steel to see that through, right? Yeah, 18,000 steel. Let's throw down some toxic waste containers in the frozen building, then. And to think that Alchemist called me a hoarder. How dare you? How many are we actually up to, though? Can I select, please? Just let me select similar. What are we up to? 1,992. Very good. Oh, no, way more than that. It just simply can't select anymore. Yeah, no, I'd say we're probably closer to about 2,500 waste packs in total. Thought we'd throw down some shelves, too, just to keep it nice and convenient. That way I don't have to keep changing fuel levels for the big containers when we actually want to burn the stuff in about 400 years' time. The toxic waste packs do still decompose in the bio-waste containers, but it's just a way to keep it stored when, say, for example, you've got more toxic waste than you can possibly deal with. And with that, we have come incredibly close to finally converting over the real big bad of this series. You know, Elon was just a side effect of the empires trying to tidy up their own mess. But we're here to tidy up their own mess, really, aren't we? 16 out of 25. 9 more to go. All we have to do is bait them to raid us, either by calling them up, insulting them, just being generally belligerent. We could go to their base with the Tech 7, armed with anesthetic rifles, tear gas, whatever, and take the Pillar Men over there and capture them and bring them over here to convert. But I don't really want to destroy, quote-unquote, any bases. I feel like that would very much upset our people because we have the pacifism meme. Even if we're not actually going there and, quote-unquote, destroying a base, they would still be very, very upset because we'd raided somewhere. Glitternet is online. Durr is happy, healthy, and more importantly, connected to the network. We have a single notification for animal filth because Agricola has ridden a polar bear into the living room. We have won. This is it. I am back in control. Oh my god, and you're actually able to make all the medicine to finish off the anesthetic turrets. Holy shit, I didn't even think we had the resources. Oh, I suppose the hardest thing to get is what, nutramine? And we're certainly in no shortage of that. I dare to say it. Bearing in mind, the more autonomous weapons we build, the more upset they're going to be. They're already upset about the anesthetic turrets. I do feel like investing in maybe some mechanoid, anti-mechanoid weaponry. So there's the turret that you can build out of, is it automated defense measures? That's exactly what I was thinking of. If we build the turrets out of the mechanoid components, sure, it's an automated weapon, but at least it's recycling. So there's like a moral cancelling out going on there. And you want to know the cherry on my proverbial yet very, very stinky cake? 22% pollution. Light, and more importantly, look at the map. None of that horrible purple pollution symbol anymore. We've almost done it. I'm going to allow the clean sweepers access to deep ocean, otherwise we're never going to be able to clean this up. Well, everybody access to the deep water. I think I've already set it up. Apparently not quite yet, but we can sort that out and we can fix that so that they can access the ocean. I mean, if I can't find a sensible way to do that without really getting into the guts of it, someone pointed out there was a pollution shell, an anti-pollution shell, I think they said in the comments. Pollution cleanup shell. We need hay, steel, and components granted to clean up all of this. Bearing in mind accuracy and the actual resourcing, it would take just a tremendous amount of work. But if it's the only way we can do it, then goddammit, it's the way we're going to do it. Let's queue some up. Thank you all for joining me. F's in chat, please, for Moonbase. I really did not want to abandon it, but unfortunately, we've just got to accept that after what has been, I think, close to 10 years in-game now, with Rimworld and multiple bases, etc., it does just slow things down. And though Moonbase was better than having a ground base in every way, performance and coolness factor, unfortunately, we can't exactly convert people over there and fulfill our final goal, but Moonbase really has allowed us to do all of this anyway, so I'm super happy about that. Thank you for joining me. Apologize about the lateness. Not only did the clocks go forward in the UK, so I've lost an hour, otherwise I think I'd have just got this up at regular time. I was also packing boxes all day, because funnily enough, I'm not just doing that for a laugh, we are moving house very soon, so it's a busy time. It's a busy time. Thank you. In the meantime, though, to all of the fantastic patrons for standing by and showing eternal patience while I've been dealing with everything over the last year. Thank you to Bug551, Rambler Uno, Asana Kirito, Will, Knight of Sorin, Londar, Snickerdoodle, Blep the Local Kobold, Kyle Smith, Blafocus666, Chase, Solithol, Michaela Davis, Splendid Spleen Spill, Danny 4 Rest, Grandma's Mustache Comb, Trivy H, Mr. Irrelevant, Moira Valkyrie, Aronidas, and Matthew Capon as well for their support. The executive producer tiers over on Patreon. Incidentally, there is a public Patreon video right now, a kind of update video. When I say public Patreon, I mean it's a video on Patreon, but it's public, available to everybody. Talking about kind of future channel plans and what's going on over the next month for me, IRL. Hence why there may be gaps in content here and there while I stay on top of everything, or at least the best I can do. So if you want to go watch that, that's there. If not, thank you. Thank you for being here. And of course, a thank you as well to our other patrons, including Dread94, Strange Inc., Dartniece, Jackson, Sierra Matthews, Daggett, Halo Lover, Elkel, Danny Torno, and Revan. See you all tomorrow.